Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In my previous videos, I showed how to install and deploy local large language models with Ollama, including DeepSeek. I also walked you through how to use AnythingLLM for visual management, especially handling local knowledge bases. And also, I showed how to interact with AnythingLLM through Python APIs. Today, we are going to take it one step further. I'll show you how to automatically create PowerPoint presentations using Python, AnythingLLM, and Python PPTx module. And this is the third-party module. In order to use it, you have to install it. This way, we can combine the power of local large language models with Python automation to generate slides quickly and efficiently. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. You're greatly appreciated. So now we can head over to my Ubuntu development virtual machine. And I've already opened up the PyCharm editor. You can use any editor what you're comfortable with. And we can new Python file. We can call it like PPT generator, okay? Next, we need to import some modules. The first module would be, maybe I can close up this tab. We can import requests module. So this module can help us submit request to the API provided by AnythingLLM and also get a response from it. Okay. Next, we can import a JSON module, and next we can import third-party module PPTx. You need to install it as I mentioned at the very beginning, and the installation itself is very easy. We can use pip and install Python pptx. Very simple. Next, we need to import the regular expression because different module, its response will be different, and we need to do some processing or extraction. Okay. Let me define some variables first, like workspace ID. Oh, what I'm doing. ID equals to, you can get it from AnythingLLM. And for example, let's go back to the home page. And this is the first workplace. If you don't know what I'm talking, you can refer to my previous videos. So we can go to the settings and go to vector database, and you can copy this identifier of the current workspace. Of course, different workspace will have different identifier or have a different name. Unique name we can copy, and then let's go back to PyCharm. We can use single quotes to wrap this string. Okay. Next, also we need to define the variable of the API key. API key equals. So where to get it? You can get it from the AnythingLLM as well. Let's go back to LM, and at the bottom, open settings. You can click And then on the left, you can see developer API. And then you can create or generate a new API key, or you can use existing one. We can copy API key, and then let's go back to PyCharm editor. Okay, and also we need to define the URL. Oh, not this one. We need to do some modification. Here we, local host, and the port number for AnythingLLM is 3001, and API v1 workspace, and maybe we can use format the string. So here we can use curly brace, so workspace, and then at the end is chat. Okay, and also we need to define, now the PyCharm is so smart. So the headers, maybe I can auto-complete this command, and we will submit our request in the format of JSON. And also, we need to define the authorization. Okay, so API key, I even do not need to type it in. Okay, very smart. Now PyCharm. Next, we can define some prompt. For example, we can define prompt. After all, we need to tell the large language model what to do or what should be generated, right? So the prompt, and this, of course, this should be the string, and we can use triple single quotes. We need to tell large language model how to respond. Okay, so for example, like please help PPT or PowerPoint for the topic of artificial intelligence. Okay, and the format should be a JSON. You can follow the examples below. Okay, examples. For example, this should be the square brackets. Sorry. This is a list, and in the list there will be multiple dictionary. For example, like title, and so title, the title of the first slide. Okay, and content, and this should be a list, another list. So point 1, point 2. Okay, so this would be the first dictionary, and we can, I think we can autocomplete. So the second slide, and also this would be 1. Okay, so here we give the large language model examples. So and the large language model can respond using the examples we offer. Okay, So next, we can, define the data. So the data should be, the data should be in the request body. And again, this would be a dictionary. So the message here, prompt, okay. But also we need to define the mode here. Oh, this should be the column and chat. So that's all. Next, we can send the request to the API endpoint. So response, maybe I can autocomplete this command, request API URL. Yeah, it's correct. Fantastic. So PyCharm is so smart. And if response equals to 200, this means request is successful. Then we can got a result is response JSON. Okay, and we just we are only interested in the JSON, the result or response consists of multiple fields, but we are only interested in one field, the text response. Again, you can refer to my previous video. Okay, so this should be text response. Okay, so now I think we can print the result. Else we can print response status code. Okay, before we go on, I'd like to run our program to see if it can work as we expect. Okay, so now how to do? We can Python and PPT generator. We can press enter. My machine doesn't have GPU, and also memory is very restrained. So, this will take a bit of long time. If you have a stronger, machine, and, the code can be executed quickly. But anyhow, we can wait for the results of our program. Another reason why I recorded this video is to show you, what's going on under the hood. I think now, there are many online services which can help us create PowerPoint presentations, and very beautiful and very effective. But as, engineer, we need to know what's going on under the hood, right? We need to check to see whether we can get our program executed as we are expecting. If not, we need to solve the problem. This program involves so many different parts, like AnythingLLM, the large language model. Here I'm using DeepSeek. DeepSeek, yeah, this one, DeepSeek. So let's go back. You can configure the model. Here I'm using the 7B. This means, this is the medium size large language model. If you have stronger machine, you can run smarter, or smarter model with much bigger parameters. Okay. it takes a very long time. Okay, it's done. So we successfully got back the response. However, we need to do some processing. The think it's not what we want. And also the JSON, this is the string. We just want everything between these square brackets, not other things. So how to do? We need to, first of all, we can remove. I think we can remove the think first, right? So how to do? Let me define the pattern 1, and we can use think. Okay, tab, very smart. And so now we can, maybe this is result 1. We do not need this line. And result 2 can be a sub pattern. And here we just replace with empty string. Okay, that's all. But also, I think we need to define another pattern. And this should be, we can copy from here. We can copy. And then dot represents all characters, right? And star, so any number of previous character. And also I do not want this to be greedy, so question mark. And also we need to have 3 these symbols. And then we can result 2 or 3. And we can use the find all. Yes, result 2. But also we need to set flags to, do dot all. Okay. So now, and the first element, I think this list, find all method will return one list, and this list only contains one element, so the index is 0. So I think now we can print out result 3. We cannot write we cannot write entire code at one time. We need to implement it one by one, okay, or step by step. So let me save and run our program one more time. But I'd like to pause the recording. All right, I'm back. So as you can see, we successfully retrieved all what we want. But at this point, this is string. We need to convert it to JSON format. And this process is very easy. We can utilize the module JSON. So how to do? So now we can make some comments. We have got response from LLM. Okay. Next, we need to generate PPT using PPTx module. Okay, so how to do? We can try slides equal to JSON, this will converts the result 3 to JSON. Okay. Or maybe I think we need to put it below this one, and then except slides, we can can be a list, title, error, and the content without 3. Okay. Why I have error? Result 3. So slides, content, result. Why here is not has not reference? Oh, here. Okay. So now we can go ahead. Then we can initialize the class presentation, and then we can have a for loop. So slides, so the layout can be slide, not slide, layouts. And this could be different template. I'm using the second template, and then slides, add slide layout, shapes, title. Here it's setting the title for each slide, and then placeholder. Here I'm setting the content of the slide text. The join. Okay, so I think that's it. So now we can save. We can use any name, right? We can save like AI PPTx. That's all. And also we can print some message like PPT is generated. Okay. So I think that's all. Right? You can go to this website to get usage of this module PPTX, and for example working with slides and work with the here you can get the example. Okay, so let's go back. I think you just copy, you can just follow my example to generate PPT. Okay, so I think now we can save our program and run our program one more time to see whether we can generate the first PowerPoint presentation. Okay, or not, Python PPT. Let's press enter. I'm going to pause the recording again. See you later. All right, as you can see over here, PPT is generated. Of course, just now I made a mistake. Actually, I made some modifications. Previous code, the response will have this slash. This is the, this doesn't comply with JSON format. In order to convert it to JSON, we need to remove such slash first. So this is the reason why I put additional line to, substitute such a slash by, by the empty or by the double quotes. Okay. So now I think we have already got this PPT generated. Next, we can use online service to view this PowerPoint. Let me go back and choose. So home, anything, desktop. Okay. View our presentation. Okay, beautiful, right? Although we didn't include some pictures or something else, but anyhow, we have already generated PPT using large language model and Python automation. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a nice day, please.